And we're back. Hope everyone had a good break. Okay, let's go back to the board and okay. So, and I lost my tracker. There it is. Okay. Uh what is your plan for setting up your ambush? I'll let you uh are you all in position where you want to be?
Yeah, I probably want to be around since I know there's a window right there. I just want to be around the corner so I can come out quickly and pap him. I assume he's going to be coming from here or over here to assist me, unless he's getting closer.
Mm.
Sean,
Yeah, no, I'm there. Um,
do you want to move closer or do you want to stay in that area?
moving closer.
Shrink you down a little bit so that you're smaller than the buildings.
Probably trying to use the buildings to shadow us. I'm at least around the corner.
Okay. Great.
Is that yellow thing a door?
That's the big.
Yes.
That's the big. Yeah. So this is a door. This is a door. This is a door. This is a door, and these are the two big gates.
And I'm guessing George is just around the corner, staying hidden when the guy comes around the door.
Yeah, and this blue thing.
Those are windows, and those two windows there are lit up.
So you probably want to be right there.
All right. Well, can I? My icon is too big, but can I be not around the corner, but not in front of a window?
Yeah. Yep. I got you. You got that done. Guys down a little more so that they're not ginormous compared to you. Okay.
So I'm basically kind of waiting until the guy gets about here, so I'm behind him and come up behind him and whack him one.
Okay.
With a handful of nickels in a sock.
Actually, I have a cane.
There you go.
Okay, great. Okay, and all right, and so they come out and start making their rounds, and I will let you guys decide. You're all going before them anyway, so I'll let you tell me how far you want them to get before you ambush them.
I want him to get so I'm a little bit behind him, so so when I come out, I'm coming in from behind.
So about there?
Yeah.
Okay. And this guy's gonna come around here and run into Martin. Okay. Martin, you are acting first.
I poke my shotgun into his chest and tell him, in my fake working class British accent, "Oi, get down in the ground and put your hands behind your head, or I'll blow your bloody face off."
Okay.
Do you have intimidation?
I don't know.
I like it. I like what you said.
I should get like a plus 100 bonus because of that. Oh, and like another plus 30 bonus for the balaclava. I look like a terrorist.
Okay. So yes, I agree, Havel. Okay, so you say that. And he does not seem even a little bit scared by having a shotgun put in his ribs, and he yells out, "Bob, there's someone here!" and reaches to a holster
him in
to pull a pistol.
I cut him in half with my shotgun.
What's wrong with people these days? That's what's wrong with society.
That was dumb, or I don't know. I guess he's the cultist, so whatever.
So okay, roll your to hit, and you get a bonus die for point blank.
Oh,
Just roll 1d10.
Ooh,
Okay. So you'll get your 41, which is a regular success. He gets a penalty die on dodging because he's that is not what I wanted.
D10.
Okay, so he gets a 49 on his dodge, which is not enough. Okay, yeah, he's going to take damage. And did you already give me a damage roll? You did.
Yeah.
16. Holy crap.
Cut him in half.
46 damage at point blank range.
I'm sorry, what?
Shotguns do 46 damage at point blank range.
No, they don't.
That's what the rulebook says.
Is it?
That's what the investigator's handbook says.
And it's double damage. There's
it
regular
double-
shotgun. Yeah, it's like double damage at that 1 to 10 feet.
Is it double damage at... Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Remember-
ugly.
46.
Whenever someone uses a shotgun, I really wish we were playing GURPS because like you can spend like an hour trying to figure out how much damage a shotgun does. Like,
Did you blow off his leg?
Okay,
or
well,
something?
if you
it's
do...
like multiple
All right, well, I'm gonna-
pellets, you got to roll the how many hit.
I will admit I haven't ever had one of my players do shotgun at point blank, but I'm going to take your word for it because I don't feel like looking it up. All right, so double damage, 32 points. Yeah, okay. You turn him into a fine red paste.
Ask yourself, is it good for the story?
Sorry.
Anyways, this is pulp, so it's like not super realistic anyways.
Okay, so that's the end of him. Where? There. Okay. Seamus, you have a guy in front of you who seems somewhat alarmed, having just heard his buddy cry out, and then the
Boom!
the blast of shotgun going off.
Is he armed?
He has a pistol on his belt, but he's not holding it up yet.
You gotta take him out. Cultists have, if you can't break their morale.
Uh,
So what are you doing, Sean?
gonna close the distance and see if I can't knock him out.
Okay. Hard success.
Nice.
And I actually make a hard dodge. So he is able to get under your crazy finesse work. Lewis.
All right, I come up behind him and whack him one with my cane.
Okay.
That's my.
Sugar Lumps, thank you for the 9 months in a row subscription with
Where's my fighting brawl? There it is.
success. All right.
All right.
And I get
And I do believe since he dodged already, he can't dodge this one.
I can dodge again, but I get a penalty die, and I'm going to get a second
Okay.
penalty. And
Okay.
okay,
I'll wait till you.
so yeah. Well, I don't even need to roll my penalty die. I totally fail. Okay, so hit me with damage.
All right. It's a D6 minus 1. I do, or see, it's damage. What's my damage? It's at least a D6, and I think I have a -1 on my. All right, so it's a D6 and a D3, or just a D6? I'll just do the D6.
Okay, 3 points.
All right.
Okay, you hit him, and he looks awfully mad. All right, he draws his pistol,
Oh, crap.
and he's going to attack. I guess he's going to attack Lewis since Lewis actually hit him.
All right.
No, 19. Okay, great. And so that is hard success.
All right. I will attempt to dodge.
You got a regular success on
Regular
your
success.
dodge.
So I do believe he still.
He is going to hit
Hits
you,
me.
yes. Okay, 1d10. 5 points of damage.
Ugh. All right.
Number 2 is dead. Martin, you are back up.
All right. Can I get around the corner and get a line of sight on the other guy?
Yes.
Oh.
What's the range increments on the shotgun?
10, 20, and 50 yards.
Okay, so this is going to be long range.
All right.
So it's second range increment. So you'll need I think you need a hard success. I can't remember. Do you have marksman or one of those one of the crazy pulp skills that lets you take a range increment down?
No, I've got lucky and tough guy.
Okay.
All right, so I can't. My damage increments are 46, 2d6, and 1d6. So wait, how do I do a penalty die?
No, you're not doing a penalty die. You're rolling. You need a hard success. He's saying.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Do I change? I have the damage at 46. Do I change that to 1d6 in the character sheet?
It would be 2d. It would be 2d6.
Oh,
But you can just roll it because it'll tell me what the it'll tell me in the formula what your D's are, and we'll just take the first one.
If you use 3 points of luck, you will make it.
Yeah, I'd like to use 3 points of luck.
Okay, you burn your 3 luck, and we're gonna drop the last 2 off of that, so it's 11 points. He is not looking good, but he is still standing. Jameis.
Well, I'm going to draw my revolver and shoot. Clearly at nobody.
Okay.
And I will use my cane again.
Okay.
Because I probably think I know how poorly I shoot, so I know I can hit better with a cane than a gun. If I'm good. Ooh, hard success.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I don't come anywhere near to dodging you, so
5 points.
he is dead.
All right.
Okay, you have 2 dead bodies on the ground.
We.
Put him in the furnace.
I say we drag him into the workshop. Gather their weapons. At the same time, I'm going to attempt to do a first aid on myself, if that's possible.
It is.
Not that I'm great at first aid. I just have the basic first aid, I do believe.
I've got a little.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
just
you
took-
make things way
Oh,
worse.
dear God. Don't pick at it.
right. I'm going to attempt to do first aid on myself then.
Oh, well, I had to fumble sometime.
Yeah, well, it could be worse.
Might as well be in a non-critical scenario.
True. It's, it's not like it's.
It's not
Sandy roll.
AD&D where you've accidentally cut off your leg with a Vorpal weapon.
No, I don't succeed either. So I am not able to at least give myself a point back. I'd be much more worried if I had taken one more point. All right. So we drag the bodies in. We'll check out the workshop.
Okay.
Oh, I'll check as we're dragging this guy, check for keys.
So they do have a key ring.
Mhm.
And
I toss that over to
each-
Seamus.
and they each have a 38 revolver.
All right.
Okay.
We'll take the 238s as well.
Actually, let me grab your token. Bring them.
Would that be a dual wielded 72?
Dual wielding
76, sorry.
All right. Reveal tool. Okay, so you come in that top door there, and this is what you can see.
Oh, so don't watch it on Twitch because it shows the whole. I was watching Twitch. I'm like, oh, okay. There's the whole map. Yeah.
Okay, so this is where you're at. So this okay, the office, let's see. The workshop space consists of large wooden benches fitted with vices, 2 lathes, shelves holding all manner of tools, and a gigantic cast iron safe. A large fireplace takes up a central position. Wooden beams crisscross the ceiling, from which hangs a block and tackle. Sacks of fine-grained sand, sawdust, packing crates, and odd pieces of metal are stored about the place. There's a cupboard, and so positioned in this alcove here is the safe. And Seamus, you note that the keys that the watchmen have do not fit the safe.
By the way, what are these things over here? The shadowed things. This here and this here.
Those are doors into other rooms.
Shall we check those out while Seamus checks out
And
the
there's
safe?
also another set of doors up here. Oops, sorry. And there's another set of door. There's another door here. By the way, Jesse and Alistair, you guys heard gunfire. What are you doing?
I'm sitting
guess-
in the car, keeping it warm.
we see if we. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I guess we would wait to see if anyone's coming, like running out. I guess. I mean.
Okay.
We're listening to NWA, so it kind of could be the music, could be gunshots.
Yeah, I mean, we've. This isn't the first time that guns have been fired in our party.
I'm sorry,
so,
guys.
like,
I messed up. This is the safe here. This right here.
Okay.
And then this is the cupboard that I told you about.
Does there look like to be an office area in this area? Or
You haven't found it yet.
okay. Well, George and I will come over to check out this, and we'll let Seamus deal with since he's the expert with the safe.
Okay, so that cupboard is unlocked and contains all manners of chemicals, resins, acids, some flammable liquids, all sorts of good stuff.
All right. I take some of the acid over to, no, I don't take it. I tell Seamus that there's some acid in here. Shall we check the other door then? Let me move my token over there.
Sure. So there is a storage room there, which has some, crates and boxes. And unfinished woods and things like that.
I'll check out the crates. I'm looking for the addresses that I know that we've seen.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
All right. Maybe. Come on, spot hidden. Nope, I don't notice anything.
You don't find anything, no.
Well, I'm going to keep on searching through this area anyway. I mean, because there's several things going on here. So, then I'll come back out.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of
okay.
useful stuff in there. There's a bunch of boxes and crates and scrap wood and scrap metal and other bric-a-brac.
I look at George and say, "You might see something I didn't." So I'm going to go over and slowly check out the rest of the building, or check each area out.
So these are all my tool back on. These are all workbenches with, various tools. You've got a lathe over here. But most things seem to be fairly well put away, and this is where the big 3 is. That's the big fireplace.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna back up Seamus then. I'm gonna be his, like when he says, "Hand me this," I'll hand him this, so he can concentrate on what he has to do.
Seamus, this is a really, really super advanced safe.
Mm-hmm.
You think that you would need a hard locksmith roll in order to break this open.
Okay. Let me give it a try.
I'm going to assist him.
Do you,
Transported, or is it too big?
it's too big. It's
Yeah,
literally this. It's a walk-in safe. This whole
yeah. Yeah, because I do have a lockpick of, I do believe, let me take a look, of 50. So I'm going to be assisting him to see if that can help him out.
okay. I'll let you give him a bonus die towards his locksmith roll.
All right.
Okay, so just roll normally.
And
we fail.
I'll let you roll another d10.
That board is filled with red.
Ooh, that would make
That
it.
would be a 0. Okay, so you got an 8. That is an extreme success.
Excellent.
So the
That
two of
gives us-
you, Seamus isn't having good luck. And the Lewis says, well, what about that thing over there? And
Oh, yeah. Kick.
all of a sudden, clink, and the door pops open. It consists. So it is a walk-in sized room. It consists of shelves holding a variety of small mechanical devices. Some are clearly new, while others appear more like fossilized rock. You also find a packing label marked Randolph Shipping Company, Port Darwin, Northern Territory, Dominion of Australia.
Now, is it a packing
So-
slip or a packing box?
A packing slip.
Okay.
The component. So there's components, and then there's some blueprints. The blueprints are dizzyingly complicated schematics, many annotated in tiny, spidery handwriting that's almost impossible to read. Some have strange, seemingly occult sigils drawn in the margins or free space, which seem to bear no relation to the schematic. Seamus, if you want to make a science engineering or mechanical repair.
Let's do science engineering.
Okay. Extreme.
Oh, jeez.
So you have this moment of like
clarity.
Complete, especially with your weird science background. You've got this moment of absolute clarity about these. So the modern devices appear to be copies, some in part and some full on, of the older components. Some of the items appear to be regulators and valves. You guess that this is some sort of guidance system for an advanced engine design. Perhaps an airplane.
Sounds like we need to take the blueprints and these components.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
These you definitely think are the most valuable things that you've in here, given how hard this safe was to get into.
Yeah, and given the nature that we are of these documents. This is normally something that you'd be selling, government contract, which they don't have.
The shipping logo, I'm going to show you this. This is the shipping logo that you found. It's England 10.
Is there a manifest in here?
No.
All right. Okay. Well, then we'll gather the stuff up. Shall we check out? I can tell you what, guys. You two want to check out the other building while I slowly gather this stuff up on one of the tables? Or shall we just leave it here and go to the other building? Move it to one of these work tables and then move to one of the other buildings, particularly one of
So
the
you
buildings.
also still have this door here that you haven't gone through.
Oh, I thought that was all right. Well, that's to the. Yeah, we'll check that out then. I thought it was to the outside.
It is not. It is to a hallway, which leads to two doors there, and then this door to the outside here.
All right, we'll keep on going then. Which one do you want to go first, guys? I'll let the guy with the shotgun lead first. Though I'm holding one of the 38s now.
I think we should clear them just clockwise, maybe.
Right, top first, then the bottom one, because we know this is a door outside. So yeah, we're gonna check this one first.
Okay. So this appears to be an office. So in here, there's a desk, large cabinet, which between them fill the room.
Do any of the keys work here?
So the key opens one of the cabinet, and there's a series of large drawers in which various blueprints are stored.
Right.
There are a number of blueprints that seem kind of innocuous. They seem to be like just regular mechanical parts. But then there's a number of them that seem to correspond to the things that you found in the safe.
All right, I'll start.
And all of those blueprints are signed Pale Viper.
Okay. Collect those up. Anything on the desk itself, in the drawers?
Nothing terribly useful. Pens, paper.
What about this cabinet, since you said it wasn't opened yet?
Sorry, which cabinet?
This one, the second one.
No, that's the same cabinet.
All right, so I'll gather those blueprints. Well, before we gather those blueprints, let's check this door then. We know what we're going to take. We just need to find out.
And this appears to be a break room. There's a... you can tell that the security guards were spending most of their time here. You think there's still two warm cups of tea on the table there. There's a little stovetop and a sink and a couple of tables.
All right, then we will gather the blueprints and everything else. Do we want to check the other buildings? Oh, by this time point, we can probably, after we check the other two buildings, we can probably open one of the gates and let the car in.
Yeah. And that
So
way,
let's
those other guys can help us.
yeah.
Do
So,
stuff.
shall we do that first before we check the other buildings? Open the gate, get them to come in.
Okay. You are able to, using the keys that you got from the guards, you're able to open the gate, and Alistair and Jesse, you're able to drive the car in.
All right. I will help them. Do any of them have decent first aid? Neither of you two had no first aid fairly well.
Anybody?
Bill?
Checking. Let me see.
No one seems to be able to help me here today.
Like 40, I think.
I try. Anything's
Yeah, we
better
got
than
30.
go ahead and try then.
Wait, are we
Uh,
back in the scene?
Yeah, you guys are in the
Yeah.
scene. You've been able to drive the car in now that they've opened
Okay.
the gate.
We shut the gate back, and then you guys, shall we start? Yeah, it's gonna be one of those days.
Sorry.
That's all right. And we're gonna check out the rest of the buildings. I'm gonna slowly help load the car with the blueprints and the equipment.
Okay.
And I'll let the air guys check the other two buildings, or three buildings:
Okay.
the shed, and the furnace.
So this building here, did I move you back to the? Oh, I moved me back. Yes, I moved us all back. Okay, so the building right north of Seamus is an outhouse. The building that's bolted appears to just be a tool shed, and there's some snow shovels and rakes and miscellaneous things like that in there. So the only other thing is the big shed.
At the same time, if anybody has any good suggestions on how we can, these guards' bodies.
Well, there's a large furnace in there, isn't there?
I was just gonna
Sure
say,
is.
man, you guys made a huge mess.
Don't we have a bunch of acid?
What is that?
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the
Break
big
room.
furnace. Sorry, the big shed. Who is gonna go check that out? Anybody?
Wait,
He sent it to the wrong room.
The big shed is to the right of the.
where
Oh,
it's
I
like
see, yeah.
8, 9, and 10, right?
Yeah, 8, 9, and 10.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, did you guys go check this thing out, or do you want me to go check it out?
All right,
Yeah,
I'll do
send
it.
a couple people in there.
All right, let me go grab a token for you guys.
The car crew.
For car
We'll
crew.
Go check it out.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Because Seamus and I are probably moving the stuff to the car, the documents.
The Golgothan poo monster, that's in the outhouse.
Why do we always get the crappy jobs?
Okay.
Get it?
Sticking with the Kevin Smith movie references.
I just rewatched that.
So this is a huge open plan building, housing the materials and foundry processes for fabricating metal casings. There's 2 large industrial ovens and a furnace, along with various workbenches, stacks of coke, coal, and wood, sacks of sawdust, piles of iron, steel, and copper, wooden crates, a water trough, barrels of plaster, and all manner of tools.
So what
Body.
is?
Oh, good.
Yeah, if you
Oh, I was
find
gonna
a
say-
basin, if you find a porcelain basin, we could probably put them in a large tub and pour the acid in.
You
Get
do
a
not.
Is this like a
success.
power plant of some kind, or I mean, I don't know. I move towards 8.
Yeah, no. So 8 is the furnace, and it's a
Yeah.
coal-fired furnace that runs the smelting operation.
Oh,
Which means it's
smelting
still
operation.
going. They probably put enough coal in there to keep at least going in a low.
I wonder what they're doing here. Are there any clues about what they're doing in here? Like I don't mean I'll make a lap, I guess.
Um, you would guess that this is where those weird metal things that Seamus is loading into the car were made.
Mm. Weird metal things.
We could
Okay.
throw the bodies in there and just to say they had an unfortunate smelting accident.
That's a possibility too.
It's remained of them. I mean, we can bury them in the coal for a while. I did
Now they're
take.
going to know something's up, but yeah, you could probably toss them. Is there?
We need an undertaking skill.
Well, are there any? You said there's a couple basins there too, or large tubs.
No, there are not.
You could throw them in the furnace.
Yikes.
Well, up to you guys. I'm just
I
giving.
got a success on spot hidden if I see anything.
No, there's not a whole lot
Yeah.
in here other than the obvious.
Okay.
No diamonds in the coal. Too bad.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we can bring the incapacitated guards in here, and
You mean the dead guards?
yes, that's a kind of incapacitation. The ultimate incapacitation. Um, did we determine if they were cultists?
Yeah.
They're probably cultists because they didn't do sensible things to surrender.
We can
I
check their
feel kind
body.
of bad, just like randomly, like killing.
All
and
right, I'll
burying
check their
folks.
bodies. Do they have any tattoos or anything? I would know some of the symbols from the one guy that talked to me. Do they have any of the symbols on them that the one guy that was telling me about the cult?
Around their necks, both of them have pendants of inverted ox.
Yep, they're cultists.
Uh-huh.
So
He
don't
was
feel
only
too bad.
2 days from retirement.
Yeah, we're gonna retire with the kiddies, take care of the grandkids. Now it's all over.
So close. All right, maybe we like bury him under some coal and call it a night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the shovels. I have a shovel in my inventory.
Excellent.
Yes.
There's probably
Finally
shovels.
get to use my shovel.
All right.
Great.
Pack up the car. Do we want to take one of the bottles of acid?
Hopefully, it doesn't break.
This is an
And come on.
RPG. By RPG rules, all characters take everything in the environment. Just assume that.
Mike
Use
can become.
shovel to get the bucket.
All right. We're going to pack the car with the documents, the equipment, the packing slip, anything else we find that is useful.
Giant glass jugs of hydrochloric acid.
Do we find any type of manifest, like, where things where they've been shipping things?
No.
Okay. All right. Then we will. I think it's
The only
time
thing you found was that shipping label.
to take the shipping label. Then we're going to head back to, I guess, London.
Okay.
Take a round. Once we get to London, go take a roundabout to make sure we're not being followed. A roundabout way to get to the retired lieutenant's house.
Get back to Inspector Craig's house.
And we sneak the stuff in.
This might be the first encounter where we haven't almost died or were captured in like 2 months.
Okay.
Shocking.
The one thing I'm going to say, so it was close to midnight by the time you finish up.
So 3 hours. We'll get back by 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Are you just driving straight through the night?
Yeah, we might as well, because
Okay.
that way we are under the cover of darkness to get the stuff into his house.
Right. We can spend all day Sunday downtime catching up on rest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great.
And I
It'd be
figured
kind of hard to sleep, after blasting a guy in half with a shotgun, too.
Yeah, true. And I'm going to need some medical.
I didn't do it.
He can bring a doctor over or someone to help me on Sunday.
My character sleeps very well. He saw worse stuff during the war.
Actually sleeps better after doing that.
Yeah, probably does. All
It
right.
quiets the voices in his head.
I will. So it's a new game day. You get 2 hit points back after you sleep.
Oh, thank God.
Did you tick the box on your character sheet to get? Will admit I didn't look at your sheet. You did tick the box to get double hit points.
Yeah,
for
I did.
Pulp rules. Okay.
Yeah. So I have 15. I'm
Okay.
But that's because I'm small. I have a small body size.
Right.
So I'm gonna rest, and I figure that's my cool advantage disadvantage. I might not be noticed. And I see if we bring the stuff in, let him take it, and I let Seamus, the master of strange technology, inform of what he thinks it is.
Okay, so I take him through, my basic insights into this, just from, my looking at the schematics and the device, what we have here, and I say, of course, it's not my area of specialties, but as an engineering professional opinion, and my experience.
So you think that this is the drive and guidance system to some sort of strange new engine, possibly something to do with aerospace technology, some sort of plane. The one thing that's kind of weird is that there's some older parts. Not all of the parts have older analogs, but some of them do, and those older parts are super old. They appear to be made of fossilized stone. And there are newer parts that appear to be fabrications, copies of some of the older parts. The blueprints have some weird symbols in the margins. Very strange looking symbols.
I taking a look at this. Can I take a?
You would need a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Alrighty.
Do you want me to roll one?
You are welcome.
Oh, can I spend 3 points of luck for that one?
You can spend 3 points of luck.
All right, cool.
All right, so
Oh, what happened here? Why am I back to classic? I'm supposed to be pulp.
all right, so there's a bunch of weird notes in the margin. So these sigils resemble ones associated with Nyarlathotep, and some of the other symbols are connected to ancient ones known as the Great Race.
No, I had a
And-
success as
and
well.
you
So
and you remember this from your book that had interesting, that talked about the Great Race. You remember seeing some of these symbols in that book.
Right, the Panoptic manuscripts.
Yes. Occult roll doesn't
oh,
tell
yeah, that's
you
right.
anything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Cthulhu. Sorry, my fault.
Um,
No, I didn't. That's okay.
so
My fault.
that's what Alistair knows.
The Great Race of Yith, perhaps.
Yes.
Okay, I'll explain that a little bit to the group from my wacky knowledge.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, connects to the Panoptic manuscripts, which is some really freaky stuff that has to do with alien races. I would have thought that it's some kind of weird science fiction, but it has been around for so long, and I have visions of it now, and it makes me afraid of alien cultures.
All right.
Aliens like Martian aliens, or aliens like
Yes,
people who don't belong in this country aliens?
the weird crap that dude was painting, um, weird advanced civilizations.
The other thing that you
Oh, that's
notice
not
is
good. You
that
gotta stop
all of
reading
the
this stuff.
blueprints are signed Pale Viper.
Pale Viper?
Pale Viper.
We're seeing this thing a
Like
lot.
Hail Viper.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
He's some kind of Cobra Commander or Destro.
Okay. So, what does the off our friend think now with this information?
He says, well, there's not much else there that's going to help us go after Gavigan, but I worry that you've kicked the hornet's nest now, especially if word comes out that that you killed those security guards. I'm not sure how much protection I'm going to be able to offer you. If Gavigan starts making waves, you guys are going to have to go to ground, and I don't think that my house is going to be safe. They know that people you've been seen around the precinct talking to me. They're gonna send someone here.
All right. Well, where do you want? Do you have a safe house we can go to?
I can find some place to put you up. I think we need to get you out of London.
All right. So that's
What
what
I
we'll
would
do.
what I'd recommend. I'm not sure that we're going to have enough to be able to do anything with Gavigan, especially if he starts making accusations against you. It's going to be a mess this week. I can probably get myself and Barrington and maybe a couple of other folks that have served under us to come with us to Miser House next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to be able to mount a wholesale bring the whole departments out, and we're not going to be able to launch any major accusations against Gavigan with you guys having blood on your hands now. I understand that you had to do what you had to do, and dealt with death cults before, but
I understand.
This is bad business.
Yeah,
we're not going
that's
to be
why
able to. We're not going to
that's
be
why I
able to.
really wasn't looking forward to it.
We're not going to be able to take him on directly, but I can back you guys up.
All right.
I'd say let's plan that we'll meet. We'll meet in Walton on Naze on Saturday night and try to get onto. Well, let me ask you. I mean, I'm wheelchair bound, so it's going to be hard for me to go any other way over, other than going up the main road. But I could instead send Barrington and 2 or 3 guys with you. You can either take the sea route like you took the last time, or we can try just storming the gate. Which do you?
I think the sea route's probably the easier. They're going to be having tons of people coming in through that gate.
Okay.
And I suggest that you arm all of them with heavy weaponry, shotguns at least.
We'll see what we can do. So I'd suggest
I would suggest what the Yanks used, the trench clearers.
Well, I don't know that I'll be able to get my hands on. I don't know how much heavy weaponry I'll be able to get my hands on without tipping our hand.
Right. Well, do what you can do.
But
we have what we have. Yeah, that's the only reason I didn't really look forward to hitting this place, but we need to find out. But yeah, we've between what we took at his house, the foundation, and this place, he's going to be pissed, and he's going to be looking for us. And if he has any threats within his own organization, they're going to be looking at him as a weak spot as well.
I'll set you up at a safe house, about halfway to Chelmsford, and then that way you can head on up to
all right,
towards the Naze, get a boat from Clacton on the Sea like you did before, and sail your way around.
All right. So we'll gather the various, because he's not going to want any evidence at his house in case they decide to search it. I'm assuming that they might do that, correct?
I don't understand the question.
I'm assuming that they might even search his premises, right?
Which premises?
The retired, yeah. Well, not the officer that's helping us right now.
Ah, yes, that's why I need to get you out of here.
Yeah, let's take all the stuff too, because you don't want any evidence here that would indicate we had been here.
Correct.
So we gather all the stuff when we go to the safe house.
We seem to have lost George, and we are coming up. I'd say let's. We probably don't want to try to do the final assault on.
Oh no!
There's George. Okay.
George is gonna Leroy Jenkins it.
There we go.
Sorry.
No problem.
My computer was overheating. I had some problem.
Okay.
Okay. So, George, what you missed is the party's gonna hole up at a safe house halfway to Chelmsford, and then Barrington and a couple of deputies are going to meet you guys at Clacton on the Sea on Saturday. You'll get a boat and head on over to the backside of the island like you've done a couple times now, and see what you can catch them in the act of doing on the new moon.
All right.
Because your police friend is justifiably thinks that Gavigan's gonna start raising trouble, given that you killed 2 men on his facility and stole his prized stuff, and so he thinks that he won't be able to arrest Gavigan. So you guys are gonna have to just see what you can find out at the ritual.
That's really just payback because he tentacle raped us.
Just stop thinking about that.
So, I guess let's plan that we will do the final assault on Miser House and close things out as the last episode for 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So then the next question is, when do you guys want to meet next? I can do any of the next 3 weekends.
I know I can do next weekend.
They're all fine for me.
Yeah, they should all be okay for me too.
Yeah. Yeah, they should all be fine, even Thanksgiving weekend, because that's a Sunday.
Yeah, it's kind of the end of the break.
I'm good for any Sunday.
You want to just do next weekend and knock it out, the 24th?
Sure,
Yeah,
that
why
works
not?
for me.
Sure.
Okay.
Either we'll die or we'll succeed.
There we go.
And so then
And we'll all go crazy.
Yeah.
Great. Well, then we will get together on the 24th. And same bat time, same bat channel, a week from today. Any closing thoughts as we prep to wrap up London?
We'd done what we could do. That was my only concern with hitting this last spot, was stirring the hornet's nest, but
we already pissed him off.
Yeah, I know.
stirred.
Pissed him
Yeah.
off again.
yeah, but we killed a couple people, so that gives him some stuff. That was my concern. But
He's had us in cells twice.
yeah, well, one nice thing is he'll probably never get back the stuff we took from him.
Right.
So
let me know during the week if there's anything that isn't on your character sheet that you might want. Just let me know on the message board or in Discord, and we'll get you all stocked up and ready, and see what horrors wait for you at Miser House.
large armored car.
Small thermonuclear weapons.
All right. Well,
Yeah, my area is not
Spaceships.
firearms, so
Spaceships.
all spaceships, all the time.
Aliens. It's already been foretold. Damn it, George.
I'm not saying it is aliens, but it's aliens.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for playing tonight. Those of you watching on Twitch, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to follow, like, subscribe. If you have Twitch Prime, you can use your Twitch Prime sub to subscribe here on Twitch. VODs for this episode will be up on YouTube in sometime before our next episode. I'll try really hard to get those up on Tuesday. And thank you all very much for playing tonight, and I will see you all next week for the finale.
Woo.
whew,
Yay.
Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
take care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, folks.